You know those ones over New Mexico State. I don't think you can. I don't think you can pass those up. You know, to beat New Mexico State 3 times, but this was a good football team we played. A very confident football team. 36 seniors on this football team. We saw what they did to Houston the first game of the year. We saw what they did to Arizona on a Thursday night. Same Arizona team that beat Oregon. You know, I think it's the biggest win from the standpoint of maybe we can gain some momentum moving forward now in this football program. You know, it's 3-0 at halftime and we're down. We're in the game. We have every opportunity to win the game. And at some point, when you challenge your guys, do you really believe you can win this game? You know, let's not sit here and talk about adjustments. Let's not sit here and talk about X and O's. You talk about, do you really believe you can win the game? And then they respond and win the game. It gives me a pretty good feeling from the standpoint of maybe gaining some momentum, because we came back and won a game we were down at halftime. You know, and particularly, I think they took the first drive of the second half and went down and scored, if I'm not mistaken, right? And again, a lot of young players playing. You know, maybe some youthful exuberance is something that we need and can take advantage of. So it was a great win. I mean, I'm not going to minimize that. You know, to come over here and win against a team with that many veteran players, that's a real execution type team. You know, maybe we can take this and maybe we can gain some momentum for this program.
Obviously, you worked out in a big way, but what prompted the switch to Lamar at that juncture?
You know, quite honestly, it wasn't that Cole did anything wrong. You know, you see what he is. I mean, he's a guy that can do things that aren't scripted. He can go off script pretty good and make some big plays. And he did that a couple times. You know, one time, you know, he went the wrong way and made a big play. Another time he scrambled and made a big play on his own. It's just, you know, he's a bit of a playmaker and got a little magic to him. And I think we obviously needed that, because it wasn't going to be against this defense where we just methodically went down the field. You know, we saw that last year. You're not going to methodically just move the ball. You're going to have to get some big plays. We threw the ball a little bit more. But in the end, you know, it was Lamar Jordan making big plays, and it was Presley with a heck of a play. But let's not minimize Tevin Newman's interception and Markel Bird's interception and some of the things we did on defense. You know, a 4th down stop. It was a big win. You know, it was a big win for us.
Another change, you had Udeh in there at nose tackle.
Yeah.
Anything wrong with Cole?
He hurt his ankle a little bit, and Udeh deserves, you know, he's worked himself back into a position where he deserves to play a little bit more.
Makes a play.
I thought he did. I thought he did too. You know, again, you can see how important it is for these Texas kids. You know, I told Bob to get Carlos Wiggins the ball somehow in the second half. You know, you see him running kickoff returns out of the end zone 10 yards deep. Lamar Jordan, you know, we've got 26 kids from Texas. And it was big for these kids, and I could see that, quite honestly.
How do you build on this?
Well, you know what? The way college football is now, you know, we're playing Friday night. That means these kids, the coaches will all be in at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. The players will be in at 4 o'clock. There's not a day off. It's a lot more fun practicing on Sunday after you've won a game. And, you know, that's the way it was after New Mexico State when we turned around and played Fresno on a Friday night. And that's the way it is now as we get ready for San Diego State. So, you know, there's no guarantees. I mean, we're still a team that is growing. There's not much margin for error. But just being able to come back in the second half and win this game, it gives me a good feeling, because we really challenged them at halftime about that specific point. Okay, guys?
Feels great, honestly. I mean, we worked our butts off this coming week, and I'm glad it paid off and stuff.
After the disappointment last week, knowing you had this game in Texas against a team that beat you guys last year, what was the mindset through the week? What did you guys say to each other and to yourselves?
We just have to keep on playing. I mean, our coaches are great, and they just keep on motivating us to do better, execute better, and just play our hardest. And throughout the week, we just had the mindset of just improve, get the ball out, get turnovers, win every time we're on the ball. And then I guess it paid off tonight. So
I guess Cole got dinged up a little bit, and you got the call in there. made some plays. Obviously, a great performance by the defense. How good does that feel?
I mean, again, all to the coaches. That's how good our team is. The coaches, we're just all coachable now, so we can just execute better. And yeah, Cole did get a little dinged up in the ankle, but he put his faith in me, and I just went out there and did what I had to do.
Coach Davie talked during the week, and he talked again today about self-belief with a young team, especially a young defense. You know, maybe it's hard to believe, you know, in a game like last week's when you're up 17-7. Before that, when you came back on Arizona State, maybe it's hard to believe that you can really do it. How much does this help going forward, knowing that you believed in yourselves and got it done?
It helps us tremendously, sir. I mean, the mindset is everything, and like with a good mindset, I think we can attack next week and give San Diego State a run for the money.
You're from Coppell?
Yes, sir. Coppell.
Coppell. How far is that from San Antonio? How far away?
2.5 hours, I believe.
Okay. Down by Houston?
It's close to Houston. Close to Houston.
Okay, but it feels good. I think you have a former teammate over there.
Yeah, Okacha. Yes, sir.
Right. Shake hands with him after the game.
I didn't get to see him after.
You get to see him? Okay. Are you gonna maybe text him?
Yeah, I'll try to get a hold of him.
Just job well done, right?
Yes, sir.
Twisted the knife or anything. All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
How does it feel to get this win in your home state?
You know, it's just a blessing, you know. A lot of us Texas kids, you know, we kind of took this as like a chip on our shoulder. Nothing against UTSA, but, you know, a lot of us didn't get recruited by Texas schools. That's why we're at New Mexico. You know, it was just kind of like, you know, a bitter feeling, you know, that we needed to go get that win today.
Your long run just blew the lid off, it seemed like. You guys were struggling. They're really strong up the middle. Tell me about that play. What happened on that play?
Well, it was a pass play, and you know, the O-line gave great protection. I couldn't really see Tyler Duncan. I'm pretty sure he was open. But I just seen the hole, and I just took off. You know, I just thanked the O-line because they had the blocks for that.
Then you had a big run on third down. Remember that one, 11 yards or so down by the goal line?
Yes, sir.
Kind of the same thing?
Yes, sir. Once again, like, the O-line, they're playing their butts off, and a lot of people don't see that. And a lot of people just see me doing it, but it's not me. It's them. They're setting me up, and I'm just, you know, doing what they're doing. So, you know, I thank the O-line once again.
The yards were coming so hard for so long, but you made your plays, and then you made the pitch to Jarrell just at the right time. How good does it feel to just stand there and watch him take it the distance?
Oh, you know, giving the ball to our running backs, Crusoe, David and I, or Jarrell, you know, it's dangerous. If defense makes one false step, it's, you know, it's an 80-yard touchdown. You know, so I know just giving the ball to my playmakers that we have, you know, if they make one dude miss, I know it's, you know, goodbye, touchdown.
Another big play, the pass to David and I that he went up for. Big switch in field position.
To be honest, that was all Dave. You know, I just kind of threw it up. I didn't see the safety over the top, so it was a bad read by me. Dave made that play, so, you know, you gotta talk to him. He made that play. That was all him. Fantastic.
How good it feel to you know, on the sidelines to watch the defense play the way it did?
Oh, it felt great. It felt amazing. Dakota was leading them out there. Markel Bird, safety. I told people last year he's going to be a good one. You know, they just played their butts off. You know, they're the reason why we won. They held them to 9 points. When you held a great team like UTSA to 9 points, you know, on the offense side, you have to get scores. So, you know, I really thank them. They're the reason why we won.
Don't have a lot of time to enjoy this because you're playing on Friday. You have to fly home and then get ready for Friday. But how good does this feel?
You know, it's great. Once again, you know, like I said, it's a blessing to always win a game, especially to win a game in your home state. You know, we got to get back and prepare for San Diego State.
Thanks, Lamar.
Thank you.